Hello, you're watching ERi-TV English news broadcast live from our headquarters in Asmara. I'm Mohammed Brachet. Let's first get the top stories that are making headlines today. Senior Eritrean delegation held talks with various Sudanese officials. Announcement from the Minister of Health. IMF says Russia's war in Ukraine will severely set back global economy. Snowstorms leaves over 250,000 homes and businesses in US without power. Senior Eritrean delegation composed of Mr. Usman Saleh, Minister of Foreign Affairs, and Presidential Advisor Mr. Yemane Gebrab that was on 5-day working visit to Sudan delivered message of President Isaias Afwerki to General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, President of the Republic of Sudan. During its working visit, the senior Eritrean delegation met and held talks with President Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, Vice President Mohamed Hamdan Daglo, government officials, and a wide range of Sudanese political actors as well as community leaders. At the meeting, the Eritrean delegation underlined that Eritrea strongly supports a Sudanese approach and solution to the difficult challenges the country is facing. The delegation further noted that Eritrea has full confidence in Sudanese people's capability to forge a path towards a peaceful, stable, and united nation that meets their aspirations. We have an announcement from the Minister of Health. One patient who has been receiving medical treatment in hospital in the central region has recovered fully and has been discharged from the facility. The total number of recovered patients has accordingly increased to 9,630, while the number of deaths stands 103. The total number of confirmed cases in the country to date stands at 9,733. Minister of Health, Asmara, 20 April 2022. New gymnasium equipped with modern facility has been opened on 17 April in Mendefera. The gymnasium was established in cooperation with the National Association of Eritrean War Disabled Veterans, partners as well as branch of the association in diaspora. According to Mr. Waldesgi Tedros, head of the association branch in the southern region, the gymnasium will provide service to members with fair price, and a physiotherapist assigned to the gymnasium will provide necessary guidance and assistance to users. Mr. Waldesgi further said that gymnasium will have significant contribution in the development of physical fitness as well as in ensuring the overall health of members, indicating that previously the association has established gymnasiums in Asmara and Keren. Mr. Rezene Mebrahtu, head of the health service at the National Association of Eritrean War Disabled Veterans, said that there is a plan to establish similar facility in Marantu. Mr. Rezene commended the contribution the diaspora nationals are making in support of the association. Mr. Rezene also called on members to take advantage of the opportunity put in place. The National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students branch in Barantu subzone reported that strong effort is being exerted to develop the overall capacity, organization, as well as awareness of the youth. Mr. Fortunato Mohamed Saleh, head of the union branch in the subzone, said that in 2021, 400 youths were provided vocational training with a view to develop their capacity and become self-supportive and productive members of the society, indicating that one of the main objectives of union is to strengthen organization and awareness as well as develop vocational capacity of the youth. Mr. Fortunato said that the digital library established at the premise of the union branch is playing significant contribution in developing the capacity of the youth. He also said that the cultural events and seminars are sustainably being organized aimed at nurturing youth and adhere to noble societal values. Mr. Fortunato also called on all concerned institutions and partners to reinforce participation and contribution in the effort. We will be back with international news. Stay tuned. The International Monetary Fund has slashed its expectations for global economic growth over the next 2 years because of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, comparing the ripple effects from conflict to an earthquake. The IMF now expects the world economy to expand by 3.6% in both 2022 and 2023, a sharp declaration from growth of 6.1% in 2021. The new forecasts reflect downgrades of 0.8 and 0.2 percentage points, respectively, from its January forecast. The World Bank also slashed its global growth forecast this week. It now expects the world economy to expand by 3.2% in 2022. The IMF outlook assumes that war remains confined to Ukraine, that further sanctions on Russia don't target it, and the effects of the pandemic continue to fade. But because of the war has caused a spike in the price of energy and other commodities, worsening supply chain problems and feeding expectations for more persistent inflation, its effects will be felt almost everywhere. More than 250,000 homes and businesses in northeast U.S. were without power on Tuesday after a spring storm packing powerful winds and heavy wet snow swept across the region. The National Weather Service said that the storm was expected to dump another few inches of snow in Pennsylvania, Vermont, and New York as it tapered off on Tuesday afternoon after producing 6 to 12 inches of snow and winds more than 50 miles per hour overnight and during the morning. The storm left more than 190,000 homes and businesses in New York State and another 47,000 in Pennsylvania without power as of Tuesday afternoon. Another 32,000 power company customers in Maine and Vermont were also without electricity. National Grid, a power company in New York, said in a statement that crews were out assessing and repairing the damage. Before we close for today's news, let's have a recap of the headlines tonight. Senior Eritrean delegation held talks with various Sudanese officials. Announcement from the Ministry of Health. IMF says Russia's war in Ukraine will severely set back global economy. Snowstorms leaves over 250,000 homes and businesses in U.S. without power. That was all for today's news. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.